Okay, so this girl with almost 3 million followers released a statement saying that she is no longer vegan. You know, all the basic hippie bullshit. Spirituality connected with nature and obviously welfareism, so that she can justify exploiting animals. And then this guy Danny from the account Lifting Vegan Logic goes live on YouTube to react to her video on why she's no longer vegan. So I'm watching this reaction, and what I see is a lot of welfareism, and this guy from Lifting Vegan Logic supporting those welfarist ideas and saying, well, that's all right. I don't understand why she has to stop calling herself a vegan if she is not doing anything that conflicts with veganism. And I'm here thinking, oh, really?
If I could describe to you in a few short sentences why I no longer use this label, it's because I don't believe that using animal products automatically correlates to animal exploitation and the commodity status of animals.
I mean, yeah, that's true in a way. Roadkill is an example of that. So you can also agree with what she just said and still be a vegan.
All right, so he's saying that if you're driving and you find a dead dog on the road or a dead cat on the road, and you decide to dismember the cat or dismember the dog and cook it and eat it, and then you are still vegan because somebody else killed the dog or the cat. Oh, sorry, was he talking just about dead deer or dead cows on the road or dead pigs? Why is this guy calling himself a vegan?
Roadkill is an example of that. So you can also agree with what she just said and still be a vegan. Usually the issue is buying animal products, which puts in demand the animal rights violations. But like if you find animal products in the trash or something, as gross as it sounds, like a carton of milk or something in the trash, drinking that milk doesn't entail that you're exploiting animals, that you're putting in demand animal exploitation. So what you just said doesn't even conflict with veganism. So if that's all that's making you not label yourself as vegan, then I don't know why you would do that.
So according to Danny, if you hang around the dumpster at the KFC and wait for somebody to throw some pieces of chicken or whatever, then you're still a vegan because the problem is with buying, you know? Does he even understand the concept of animal exploitation as defined by the founders of the movement is the act of using for selfish purposes? So all animal use done for human benefit is exploitation. So I'm not surprised that some influencer that just hangs around and has 3 million followers doesn't know this. But this guy that makes a living out of speaking about veganism, what the hell, man?
Feather from a bird against her will is not the same as utilizing a feather that we found on the ground to create a beautiful piece of art with.
I mean, they're not the same. Like one is like ripping a feather off of a bird and finding a feather on the. It's funny that you watched my video on this. I mentioned this before that like I don't have an issue with somebody finding a feather on the sidewalk and making something out of it. That's totally fine.
So you can find also a dead animal and make some leather with the skin of the animal. Because, well, you know, there's no rights violations there. That's the beginning of exploitation. Any form of exploitation began in that way. How do you think that the brushes with animal hair started? How do you think that a horse's hair started to become a part of a violin or a cello bow and people started to profit from them? How do you think that the feather bed covers or pillows or whatever started? Maybe someone just found the feathers on the ground, put them into a piece of fabric and made something out of it, a pillow or a bed cover, whatever. And somebody else thought that it was a very good idea, and then somebody else made a business out of it. That's why veganism is the rejection of all animal use, all of it.
My field of choice to vintage jackets, many made with leather, and often in the way I source these items, I could find them for pennies on the dollar. So these vintage items being the only option that actually created no new waste, chemical load had dwindled from age, I could guarantee no human was currently exploited to make it. The animals used for the jacket had long been passed. No fish were going to wash up to the surface of water.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't have an issue with people buying secondhand leather. I don't think that buying secondhand leather is incompatible because the problem is always going to be based in putting this stuff into demand. If you promote it and you don't like explain like how you did it and such. So this is another thing that she's describing that to me doesn't seem incompatible with being vegan.
So it seems that for him, many forms of animal use, animal exploitation are just compatible with veganism. This is why definitions are crucial to animal liberation, to animal emancipation better, because the term liberation got hijacked by Singer, who is somebody who thinks pretty much the same as this guy. And he's not a vegan. So I wrote this story just down below here. Feel free to pause. And he made some drama with it, like a bizarre interpretation of what I said. And he became the victim, for promoting welfareism on a huge channel with the label vegan on it. And this is a guy who receives $1,000 donation in just one live stream. And I don't really have a problem with people making money by promoting veganism. There are people making money promoting anti-racism, feminism, whatever. And if I was rich and I could donate, I would give like $5,000 to the people promoting what they are supposed to promote, to the people sending the right message. But these guys promoting singers' utilitarianism, I wouldn't give them a penny. They are acting against animals.
If she got these hens from someone who previously bought them from a breeder, like almost like secondhand hens or some weird shit, and these hens have shown no indication that they want their eggs and they're just going to rot, then sure, you can have them.
So vegans can eat animal products from the dumpster or from accidents. Eat eggs from secondhand hen. Wear secondhand leather. How is this guy still using the label vegan?